Okay, so I might as well knock another one out of the way while I'm at it. Um, I actually just got finished watching the Avengers movie, and it was a great movie and a sad movie at the same time, and a little bit surprising. I'm debating whether or not I should even do a movie critique on the Avengers, but for now, I'm going to talk about this topic. So yes, it's better to cut toxic people loose from your life. Um, and this particular topic is actually one of the topics I wanted to talk about since I've moved to Oregon, and it's actually kind of ironic, and that's also kind of sad too. But basically, there's this individual who I consider to be a friend, and and I knew this guy personally for I think going about 5 years. When I was living in California, that's where I met him. He was a traveling nurse. He was a registered nurse, and he was a traveling nurse, and that's what he did as a profession. And I'm happy for him on that, and that's great. Um, it's easier when you work in a field that your degree, your major matters, that can actually get you a regular job. But yeah, we used to go out to the club and everything in LA, and he moved on with his life. He moved out of LA, which probably was a good thing for him because he had his struggles as well, being that he's a black dude who's successful, makes money, drives a nice sports car, and even and lived in a nice neighborhood, one of the best, the best affluent neighborhoods in all of LA. And even he had trouble, and as people would say, no homo, but I don't say that. I say no Lucius. That's what I call homo. So no Lucius, but he was a good-looking dude. And just because he was black in LA, even he had trouble. And I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not finished talking about how shitty LA is toward straight black men. But the point of this video is this dude, he moved on and he moved up to Seattle, Washington. And we stayed in touch. And, he kind of motivated me in his own way, but also he became very annoying. He was always extremely critical. At the time, I thought he was just giving me, I guess, constructive criticism and feedback, but really, it really became annoying. I really don't need any of that in my life. I'm not saying that, oh, I know everything and you can't tell me nothing. Yes, I am kind of hard headed and stubborn. I've gotten older and more mature with myself, but I do listen, you know. But it again, like I've always been, like I don't need all of this crap, and the more he did it, it just became like unjustified. I actually cut him off once. I should have stayed with that, but I let him back in my life. But anyway, this dude, there's just so many layers about this dude. He's extremely like critical, and he gets overly offended by the simplest of shit. Like I'm not the average person. I think for myself. I don't and this also goes out to any of my subscribers. You know, I'm a straight black man. I don't believe in any religion whatsoever. I'm not a Christian, nor am I a Hebrew Israelite or a Nation of Islam or any new cult religion that black people may invent, and it becomes the new religion that black folks supposed to follow. I'm not any of that. I don't believe in any. Politics. I'm not Democrat or Republican, liberal or conservative. You cannot attach any label on me. I try to avoid that. I try to go down the middle as long as it makes sense. And I don't even want to say middle because even that's a political term. Okay? I used to be really into sports. I'm not really against sports, but that is also another tool of division, just like religion and politics is. As far as sports, my favorite team is the Los Angeles Clippers for basketball, which I may do a video on. The Los Angeles Angels, or the California Angels, for baseball. For football, it's the Rams, Los Angeles Rams. Okay? But even then, like, I don't even have the time to watch sports or pay attention because of my hectic lifestyle. So if you expect me to be a typical, stereotypical black dude, oh, also, I speak the King's English, and I don't blame white supremacy for every fucking thing that's wrong with black folks. What else can I think of that is so anti-different from the typical black person? So I'm telling you right now, if you expecting me to fall in line with whatever is typically black, you're going to be very disappointed. And this guy, all of that offended him. Maybe not the Christian part, I don't even know his religion, but because I'm not a Democrat, but I'm a black man, something is crazy wrong with me. And he was offended. Just because I give the harshest critique toward how black American people, and really black people all over the world, conduct themselves, he's harshly offended. This guy should have known this from day one, how I was. I'm not going to change for him. I think for myself. I think for my motherfucking self. And there's a reason why I think for myself. As far as making YouTube videos, oh well, I say what I say because, like Black Ram 313 says, this shit is therapeutic. And really it is. It's therapeutic. This is my therapy. Me being a psychology major with a degree, not bragging because it hasn't benefited me, I know for a fact that I cannot go out and see no therapist or anything. And also, a lot of people don't realize this. If you having some sort of a issue, whatever it is that you have to deal with, and you get so-called professional help, that gets documented on your file, and it's actually the equivalent of you becoming like, it's like you having a felony on your record. So, and then they label you as crazy, and that will affect your life. You won't even, like, if you're about to try to apply for a nice, decent job, of course they check your background and everything, but they will also check that, and it goes, and then you will be denied a job, like you're a convicted felon. Yes. Yeah, so you got to figure out another way to medicate yourself and or be around positive, understanding people in your life who's not always so toxic and overly critical. I've gotten that shit all my fucking life from motherfuckers who are supposed to be loving, like my so-called mom and my so-called dad, who I hate. And of course I'm working on that. And I probably would do, and I'm definitely going to do a video about those two pieces of shit, so-called parents of mine, who are both deceased, by the way. Well, I know my mom is, and my dad, I guess, is. I got to tell you guys that story some other time. But this is the reason why I'm the way I am. And this individual, he also used to be, I think he was subscribed to me. He was a subscriber. And he was overly critical of my videos because I talked about black women, how raggedy and fucked up they are, which is surprising because this dude, I never seen him date a black woman before. He always dated white and Hispanic women. He, ironically, he's the one that actually brought it to my attention that I should leave black women alone years ago, back when I was a little black back in the day. Yes, I was a little pro black at one time or another until I realized that was bullshit and a joke. And this dude, I presume, I don't know, I presume he's still dating interracially. And all of a sudden, now he want to defend black bitches. What the fuck? That threw me off my balance. I didn't expect that. And since I'm not like, I don't hate Donald Trump, and I'm not like, oh, he's a racist, fuck Donald. Oh my goodness, man. I'm done. I cursed this dude out. I blocked him from my phone number, calling me, email. I blocked him from YouTube. He's actually the first person I blocked. I, I'm not afraid of trolls because I've been trolled my whole fucking life. So I won't block a troll because I think a troll would get tired of trying to troll me because I'm going to troll them back. But this dude, oh, he was too much. Fuck him. Fuck him. I dropped him. He's done, and he knows it. Fuck him. Have a nice life with your non-understanding piece of shit ass. And he knows me. He knows I've cut people loose out of my life. Oh, well, I guess he didn't value the friendship. I'm done. I'm done. One more thing about this individual, and then I'm going to let this go. Like I'm letting go all this other bullshit, hopefully. This dude, actually, he's the one who inspired me to move up to Oregon years ago. Back, of course, I was really just hating LA then, and more and more and more. And he initially, I was supposed to move to Seattle, Washington, where he lived, and I noticed he was overly critical. I said, man, I don't think I want to live up there with his criticizing ass. But I stayed his friend. I thought he would get over it. Like anyone that knows me in real life, they know how I really am, and they've accepted it because they gotta accept it. They don't have to accept it. That's fine. I'm gonna just grow into who I'm gonna grow into. So I was like, well, I don't want to be near him, but I'll stay in touch. And among other reasons, Seattle was like really expensive. So I was okay. Let me try Oregon. And then I actually was gonna do Portland, but that was too expensive. So I stayed. I decided, and I'm not gonna like reveal where in Oregon because I don't want droves of people coming to what I consider to be a paradise. I guess seriously, you got to figure that one out on your own. Even if you ask me, I'm not even gonna answer. But funny thing is, like, I dropped this dude out of my life after a week of his over criticism. I'm done. Fuck him. Fuck him. I cussed him out and I blocked him. And I proceeded to block him on well, I don't have a Facebook, but I blocked him on YouTube, so he can't send no comments or done. Out of my life. I hope he unsubscribes. He probably already, but I blocked him nonetheless. So that's that. I'm serious about this shit. And to anyone out here listening, I mean, you need to be around supportive people who support you. If you are genuinely making a mistake or going down the wrong road, then yes, someone should give you the heads up. But just constantly hounding you, criticizing you all the time for nothing, nothing, that's not good. And you need to get rid of that person out of your life. And that is all I got to say on that matter.